The Yuba County Five, a true American mystery. In February 1978, 5 men from Northern California vanished. They were all friends. They had just attended a college basketball game, and then they disappeared. 4 days later, their car was found. It was in perfect working order, abandoned on a remote mountain road, far from any town. Inside were candy wrappers, maps, and folded programs from the game, but no sign of the men. What followed is one of the most chilling and unexplained cases in American true crime history. It's known simply as the Yuba County Five. The 5 men were between the ages of 24 and 32. Their names, Bill Sterling, Jack Madruga, Ted Weiher, Jack Hewitt, and Gary Mathias. They were close friends, each living with mild intellectual disabilities or mental health challenges. Despite that, they were high-functioning and active in their community. They played basketball together, attended a rehabilitation center, and loved watching sports. On February 24, 1978, they piled into Jack Madruga's car to attend a basketball game in Chico, California. After the game ended, they stopped at a gas station, bought some snacks, and then headed home. But they never made it. The next morning, their families reported them missing. Search teams began scouring the area. Days later, Jack's car was found 70 miles away, on a dirt road in the Plumas National Forest. The road was rough and icy. The car had no damage, and there was still gas in the tank. It wasn't stuck. So why did they abandon it? Even more bizarre, the men hated the cold. Some of them didn't even like camping. And yet, their car was parked miles into the snowy mountains. No tracks, no footprints, no answers. For months, there was nothing. Then, in June, as the snow melted, a group of motorcyclists stumbled upon a deserted Forest Service trailer. Inside, they found the body of Ted Weiher. He was lying on a mattress, wrapped in 8 sheets. His beard was long, suggesting he had survived for up to 13 weeks after the group disappeared. He had starved to death. Nearby were his shoes. His feet were badly frostbitten. And here's the strangest part. The trailer had food, enough to feed all 5 men for weeks. There were heating materials, propane, books to burn, but none of it was used. It was as if they had given up. 2 days later, the remains of Jack Hewitt and Bill Sterling were found in the woods, several miles away from the trailer. Their bodies were heavily decomposed. Jack Madruga was found not far from them, partially eaten by animals. The only man never found was Gary Mathias. Gary had a diagnosed case of schizophrenia, but he was also the most street-smart of the group. He had served in the military and was on medication. His shoes were found in the trailer, suggesting he may have taken Ted's and gone off into the woods. But no trace of him has ever been discovered. Theories exploded. Some believe they were chased, forced off the road. Others think they became disoriented and panicked. One theory suggests they followed a stranger into the woods. Another, that something more sinister was involved. Why didn't they use the food in the trailer? Why walk into the snow without jackets? Why abandon a perfectly fine car? To this day, no one knows the full truth, and Gary Mathias remains missing. The Yuba County Five left behind families, questions, and a trail of confusion in the snow. Sometimes, the most terrifying mysteries don't involve monsters or killers. Sometimes, it's what people do when the world stops making sense. If you found this story compelling, consider giving it a like and subscribing for more unsolved mysteries and true crime content.